Hi guys! So today we're going to do a quick and easy eye look using options for both 1 and 2 eyeshadows. Easy peasy. No eyeliner in this tutorial, nada. Short and sweet. So we are going to be needing for this tutorial 4 brushes. I know it sounds extra, but you're going to need one kind of packed flat brush to pack on your lid shade. You're going to need a larger fluffy brush for soft blending. You're gonna need more kind of traditional rounded fluffy brush for crease work. And then if you're feeling fancy, a tiny little pencil brush to drag the color under your eye. And we are going to also need an eye primer, a matte soft brown eyeshadow that, is perfect for your skin tone. I'll go into what I use more. So I've got my matte brown eyeshadow, and then 1 shimmery shade. It can be light, it can be neutral, it can be a color, it doesn't matter, but 1 shade as your lid shade. So get your things together and let's do this. Alrighty, the first step of this easy eye look is this. It is the Lima Pure Eye Primer. I've already applied it. A little dab will do ya on that, so probably half a pea size amount. Dab it in between your fingers and then apply it to your lid. Let it kind of like rest a little bit, and then you'll be ready to go for shadows. I did already prep my skin, which we won't really be covering in this, but I thought I would just mention my Vapor Daily Essential Primer. I did the bridge of my nose and my forehead, and then I went on and did my foundation, which is the Beauty Counter Skin Tint Hydrating Foundation in Linen. I did that all over. I like it because it's a lighter coverage, and I don't mind seeing my skin. And I normally do concealer and all of that and all my powders after my eyes. That's also another little tip, to do your eyes and then do your concealer under your eye. That way, if there's any fallout or if things go haywire, you don't have like a mess, and it's easy to kind of fix any mistakes you may have made. In the eye space, I did my brow pencil already, and this is the Beauty Counter Brow Pencil in medium. I feel like medium is good for brunettes and some blondes. I like spoolie. So yeah, so without further ado, let's get into the actual shadow. So what we're gonna do is start out with really the format for what you would use if you were gonna do a single eyeshadow as your look. And then if you were gonna incorporate a second tone. So what we're gonna do today is use, kind of torn, I love both of these. These are the Lima Pure Satin eyeshadows. This Luminous Shimmer eyeshadows. I have both Brown Sugar and I have Chai. So just to keep this simple, I'm gonna go with Chai, which is a very light, champagne-y, soft pink tone. It's a great highlight. I've used it on the inner corner of my eyes before. It's great all over the lid if you're looking for something very simple and natural. It's loose, so you could even use it as your highlight on your skin. I'm a huge fan of it. Brown Sugar, kind of like the name would let you think. I don't know if you saw the powder. It's a little more of a nudie, soft brownie shade. It's definitely not heavy looking on the eye. Like, it's still very natural. It'd be great for someone just starting to use makeup or someone that's kind of nervous to use color. It's a great option. Let me swatch them both for you. So you're gonna see this is Chai and then this is Brown Sugar. So they're both very natural shades. They're both very pretty. But since we're going to incorporate that secondary tone a little bit later in this look, we're gonna start with Chai, that really pretty soft champagne tone that, like I said, would be great for, teenagers or someone that just likes a simple eye look. So what you do, so this is a loose shadow. You're gonna tap some out into the lid. And we've already got our primer on, right? So with loose shadows and mineral shadows, you absolutely want to use a primer to help them stick. I'm gonna hold my mirror here. There we go. And we're gonna pat that on the ball of the eyelid, bring it into the corner, and back on the ball. And we're gonna pat. This is not a sweeping motion, this is a patting. And you're gonna wanna use a brush like this, where it's kind of flat and the bristles are packed together. All right, so now we're gonna do the other. And you're really just gonna be layering them back and forth. All right, and we're gonna do second coat on eye one. So pat your brush in the lid, tap it off, and then apply it to the rest of the lid. One of the keys to longevity with any eyeshadow, especially ones that are more natural, is the layering. You're gonna wanna layer them up. And as you can see, this really isn't that precise of a method, but pat, pat, pat. All right, now that that shadow is on, you can kind of see, ooh, ooh. We are going to take a very large fluffy brush, boop, 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 like that. Place it in your crease right above where you did it, and just blend it out, blend the crease. And this is the same technique that I would use with any eyeshadow. Like literally, this is kind of your simplest placement, where you're placing the shadow with a packed brush on the lid, and then, you know, close, and then lightly blur it out. All right, so now we want to incorporate a second eyeshadow tone. And just for ease, and because I like when products are a bit more convertible, I'm gonna use my bronzer. And the reason I'm using my bronzer is I like to have a matte color in my crease. I think it's most flattering on most people and most looks. I love a shimmery shade on the lid like we have today, but the crease tends to have a little more impact when it's more matte. So this is my bronzer from Beauty Counter in Dune. And as you can see, just a very neutral brown shade. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna swirl it, tap it with our fluffy brush. I'll use this mirror this time. Start in this outer corner and bring it up and around. Almost in that same motion that we blended out the shadow initially, but crease and around. Other eye, outer corner, and arch. Dab it in the outer corner for impact, and then sweep it in a windshield wiper motion in your crease. Oh yeah. And to kind of keep the eye nice and cohesive, I'm gonna use this little pencily brush. He's soft. He's a little brush, but he's a little pencil head. And we're gonna use that matte shade that we did our crease. We're gonna put him right under. And this just brings the eye look together. And if you're not a big eyeliner person, this is a great way to add kind of impact and emphasis on your eyes without feeling like, oh, I have a heavy black liner or anything. So this is how I would apply 1 or 2 eyeshadows to my eyes. Just for safety's sake, I'm gonna take that original fluffy brush and just blend it out. And that's when we bring it up to the brow. And kind of a similar arcing windshield wiper motion. Boop, boop, boop. I hope you enjoyed that easy tutorial. If you have any other questions, just drop them in the comments below and let me know what you want to see next time. So I hope you enjoyed. All products will be down in the description bar, but I hope you have an awesome rest of the day and thanks for spending a little bit of time with me. Have a good one. Bye.